Alright, this is the Cessna 172. I bought this about 2.5 years ago. It's got Venturis instead of a vacuum pump. I just recently stripped and painted the top cowling. I have the paint to continue the stripes. I just haven't done that. I did polish a little bit on the prop. It's nice and shiny. I started polishing on the struts as well, but could use some more. New latches. Check the oil and fill the oil. It's got a fairly new alternator about a year ago. It probably didn't need an alternator. The radio wasn't working real well and thought it was producing noise. Turned out I just needed a new radio. So, but it's got a new alternator. In the annual, there was a little bit of trash in the carburetor when they drained it, so I had them put a new carburetor on it. It's got all new plugs. The cylinder they replaced, it had low compression or it was losing compression through the exhaust valve, and they don't really repair them, so I had them replace the whole cylinder. This is the stall warning. This is the Pito. It's old school. It's got LED taxi landing light. It's got a little bit of hanger rash from, I don't know, years ago before I bought it anyway. Everything works really well. The guy I bought it from lost his medical and he never really flew it. It only had like 89 hours on a rebuilt engine when I bought it, and I've flown it probably 230 hours past 2 years. I got my license in it. The interior was redone. It's pretty nice seats. Back, it's got 4-place audio, and they work. There's no carpet in it. I was going to add carpet, but haven't yet. Radio. I replaced, fixed my scratchiness issue. This thing works really good. I replaced the, this is a used tack, so it's recording more hours than actually the plane has. I put a different compass in it, or a gyro in it. I need a new knob. It's a piece of wood right now. New compass. It was a little off, so I ended up replacing that about a year ago. Right after I got it, about 2 years ago, put a new airspeed indicator in it. The VOR is not in it because I got a new radio without a VOR, and this one wasn't working anyway, so it got removed. Transponder it was used, but it's fairly new installed. Works really well. It's got ADSB out. Garmin GDL82, I believe it is. Trim. Four place flaps. The fuel tank gauges in the wing, on the edges. Also, the red lights for night flying weren't working real well. They have LEDs in there, and it gets really bright, and you can turn the intensity down. Paint is pretty decent. I bought some blue, white, and red paint, and I was touching up on it. There's a place on the tail I'll show you in a minute that I was going to get to. I just haven't yet. I had all intentions on keeping this plane. I'm a skydiving instructor, and I got the STC to fly it with the door off, and me and my son were going to jump out of it. Just haven't done that, and my instructor recently lost his license or his medical, so he offered me his Piper, which has all instrument for IFR, which I want to get. So I ended up buying that. My wife said I don't need 2 airplanes. There's the place on the tail that I was gonna attack next, strip it and retouch that. That's really the only thing left. The hood cowling had some places on it that was flaking real bad, and it looks pretty nice now. Last year sometime I put all new tubes and tires on it. It's got new brakes and annual. I had a GoPro mount put on. The intentions to filming us exiting the airplane. I know most pilots don't want to leave a perfectly good airplane, but I was a skydiver before I was a pilot. But that's it. I'll show you the nose wheel. Last year sometime I had a guy shim up this. It was wobbling a little bit, but it's really tight now. Again, new tire, fresh annual. I've only flown it maybe 3 or 4 hours since the annual. Really do love the airplane, but like my wife said, I don't need 2. I'd love to keep it, but it just doesn't make sense, and I'm really not flying it. So I hope this helps. Yeah, any more questions, let me know.